Hello everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm super excited because we are going to do what I said we were going to do. We are going to be filming a full face of e.l.f. makeup. I'm going to be using all my favorite products. I'm honestly so excited. e.l.f. has came out with so many good products, whether dupes or not dupes. They're just so good and I'm just excited to redo this video. I've done this video maybe once or twice in the past, at least once, and I'm just excited. So the first thing that we're going to go in is, of course, sunscreen, even in the wintertime. We're going to go in with the Whoa Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. This is one of the products that they came out with last year, and everyone was comparing it to Supergoop, and it gives you some sun protection. You can put this on top of your normal sunscreen, or I honestly wear this sometimes as its own sunscreen. I just make sure I put a good amount of it. It does smell like sunscreen, but honestly, I never had any issue with it, like under my makeup or mixed in with my skincare. I will say though, that if you go in the pool or like, do any of that stuff and it gets into your eyes, it does burn, but most sunscreens do, but just saying. So for primer, we're going to use the Power Grip Primer. This one is the pink one. It's the 4% niacinamide. It's like a smaller version. I do have a full size of the like greenish one that they have. I actually like this one better. I don't know why. I feel like it smooths and glides on better, grips onto your makeup, and make sure that it's not going anywhere. I don't know what look I'm going for today, but using these products, but I'm hoping my makeup comes out good because I gotta go to work after this. You're supposed to give it like 30 seconds for it to just and settle. So I'm going to moisturize my lips. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Squeeze Me Lip Balm. I believe these are replacing the Ride or Die lip balms. I think those were what they were called. I don't remember. But this one is vanilla frosting. Guys, it smells like a straight up vanilla candle, but like in the best way possible. Like, it definitely smells like vanilla. I have the peach one too, and that one smells amazing. But I love these because they not only smell amazing, but they actually do leave my lips soft and like feels nourished. It's not like a lip balm that wears off and feels like it did absolutely nothing. Like, it's one of those lip balms that feels good when it's on, but when it wears off, my lips actually feel really, really soft. So if you haven't tried, I recommend. Now that we're tacky, another amazing thing that hit the market is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This one is in the shade 3. So we're just gonna put some glow onto our skin because it's just been so dull lately. I feel like it's just a combination of stress and nights of neglecting my skincare. You not drinking enough water? Like, usually I'm pretty good at drinking water, but here lately I just been slacking, so I need to get back on to making sure I'm getting in all my cups of water. And then I am using the e.l.f. Complexion, I was gonna say contour. It's the e.l.f. Complexion Duo Brush. I love this brush so much. I use it for like cream bronzing. I use it for my foundation. We were looking for a good duo brush. e.l.f. got you. See how like glowy and just good our skin looks already? So for complexion, I'm going to use the new Camo CC, and this is the hydrating version. It's full coverage, long lasting, dewy finish. I do like this one better than the original one. The original one was supposed to be like a satin neutral finish, but to me it was just super matte, and that's what everyone else says as well. It was just too matte and too drying for my skin. So this one I like a lot better. This one is in the shade Light 210 Neutral. And I do find that this one actually, maybe it's because it doesn't look dry and cakey, but this one lasts pretty good on me. Same brush. And we're just going to blend that in. I'm sorry if my lighting is not good. I apologize in every video, but I'm relying on natural window light and it's just so gloomy and depressing outside right now. So the only thing I will say is that I feel like it blends better around my nose with a sponge than a brush. You can get a bit streaky with a brush. This also has SPF 30 in it as well, so you're definitely getting your sunscreen. For concealer, I did go ahead and repurchase the e.l.f. Camo. This one is the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. This one is in the shade Medium Peach. I bought this concealer probably like several times. I bought it a couple of times because I couldn't get the right shade, and then I bought it. I wasn't really liking the formula, so I just got rid of it. And I was also like in a decluttering mood, so, but I repurchased it. I'm trying to retry it out. It's not my favorite drugstore concealer, but if I have to choose between the hydrating or the matte one, I would rather get the hydrating one, so that way it's not super dry on my under eyes. And this sponge, guys, this is the Camo, I think, concealer sponge. It is so good. But one of the things that I wanted to show you is they do have the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, and this one is in the shade light medium, and it's just like a peachy like corrector. I love this one. I do use the Becca, it's now Becca / Smashbox, but I do love that one. So I just like using it on those days where my eyes are just, I'm so tired, the dark circles are really there. Today it wasn't too bad, but I do like using this under my concealer, so I forgot to use it today, and I'm not going to put it on top of my concealer because it is a bit more peachy, but if you're looking for an under eye corrector that's affordable, give that a try. So for contour, we know that e.l.f. came out with their Halo Beauty Wands. They came out with the contour, highlight, and they came out with blushes. I love them. I love the idea of them. If I reach for any of them the most, it's the contour wand. Just liquid highlighter in general, I'm not always reaching for a whole lot. I do still use a lot of powder highlighters over cream and liquid, but it is a nice one. I do like the blush as well. This is my favorite one from the collection, and I really do like it, but I will say that there's other blushes that e.l.f. has that I prefer over this one, but I still do like it, and I still wear it and reach for it. So for contour, we're going to be using light medium, and I'm pretty sure it's open because I never close them. And I'm just gonna put a couple dots because this is actual like contour. I'm not, oh, that's a lot. That was a lot. Because this is actual contour, I'm not going to go too crazy with it. It blends in beautifully. And if you put too much contour on your nose, which I did, you can just go right back in with some concealer and just kind of re-brighten that area up. That's what we're gonna do. Down the side of our nose. And I'm just going to tap that and bring it down. You don't want to go over because you don't want to go over that contour unless it's really, really harsh. Then you want to blend it a little bit, but you want to go down. So to bronze up, because what we put on was contour, so it's a little bit more cooler tone. So to just give me a little bit more bronze, a little bit more warmth, I'm going to go in with the Luminous Putty Bronzer. This one is in the shade Seaside Shimmer. I love the luminous ones better than the matte ones because I just feel like the matte ones dry out and got a little too patchy on me, but so far I've been really loving this formula. But yeah, that's just my own personal opinion. I like these better than the matte ones. I like the matte ones when they first came out, but like I said, I don't know, like I feel like they just started to look really patchy on me pretty quick, and I'm just like, what's going on? So I don't know if I got a dud or what, but this one is just beautiful. All right, now for blush. I am so excited because, like I mentioned, e.l.f. did come out with these Halo Wand blushes. Again, I think if you want to give them a try, it's worth it. My favorite is the Rosé You Slay. It's my favorite one, so it's the one that I have in my collection. They do have other blush formulas, like I mentioned, so of course they have their powder blushes, but they have their Luminous Putty Blush. I like the matte and the luminous, but I will say if I had to choose, I would probably go for the luminous ones again. But if you're really oily, then maybe you might want the matte ones. So this one is my favorite shade. They're all just so good. But my favorite shade is Bermuda, and it's just like just nice, just rosy everyday shade. They have tons and tons of shades in these putty brush and these putty blushes. So shimmer, matte, give it a try. Tons of colors. The only thing that I would say I wish was different is that I wish they were like in a bigger size. It's maybe not as big as like their putty primers, but I don't know, just a little bit bigger so your brush can fit in there. But that's the only downside about these, but I do like them. My new favorite blush formula that they just recently came out with is the Camo Liquid Blush. This one is in the shade Dusty Rose. I just recently picked up Perfect Peach yesterday. So now I have like, I think 5 of them in my collection, which is insane. But I just love them so much. They are definitely, like, in my opinion, a good rare beauty dupe when it comes to her dewy blushes, because these are dewy. They're pigmented, a little bit goes a long way. They're long wearing, so just keep that in mind. But we're gonna go in with this shade today. 1 dot, okay, and this is like the shade that I originally picked up that was like more of like your everyday shade. It's gonna be very natural. No, girl, okay? No, it is gonna still, like, you know, pack a punch. It's lighter than some other shades that they might have, but still, like, it's gonna pack a punch. The Perfect Peach shade is like the lightest shade out of all of them, and that's more of your like ballerina peachy pink shade where it's like very subtle, but it's still gonna, like, you know, it's gonna be great for like really fair skin. For me, it's like that barely there blush that I sometimes want. So this one, if I use very light of it, I can get it to be like that too, but just keep in mind, a dot is all you need and nothing more. It's just very pretty though. And if you don't want it dewy, just set it. Set it with a powder blush, set it with some powder. I just love it so much. They're my favorite. Like I said, I have like 5 shades now. So good. I'm gonna do highlighter first because it's a liquid and I don't want it to mess up my makeup. So I'm gonna go in with the Halo Glow Beauty Wand highlight in the shade Champagne. And I'm just gonna use like very little. Nothing crazy because I already have a good glow. So to set my face, I have the Halo Glow setting powder. I have it in the shade Light and I have it in the shade Light Pink. So light pink I love to use under my under eyes. I like to first go in with a brush under my eye and then just really set even more. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the shade Light. I just used a fluffy brush. I love this powder because this powder just makes you like set, but it also lets your face still have a nice glow. I hate when powders sometimes make me look too matte or like flat. Like I like some dimension still, you know? And I will say that if you're going to wear those liquid blushes alone, they will last all day without setting it. Like I have worn them that way before. But if you do powder your face, you will lose a little bit of the color, the pigment. So if you are going to powder, I will say pack it on. It's going to look a bit clownish and crazy, but then when you powder, it's going to show through very nicely. If you are very light-handed with it and it's just like boop, you know, there, when you powder, it's going to kind of like fade it out. So you can tell I still have blush on. It's just not as like pigmented as I would want it to be. So just keep that in mind. I did not even use the puff. I have so many products in front of me right now, guys, that I'm forgetting to use certain things, but the sponge works just as good. But I do like their e.l.f. the puff that they have. It's really cute. It's pink. For me, it works. For some, you know, it depends on what kind of puff you like. If you like it thinner, fluffier, whatever. I think, you know, especially after you wash it, I feel like it's pretty flexible. I can squeeze it, I can pinch it, I can really get under there. So I didn't use it this time, but I wanted to. But it's a good puff. So if you're looking for one, Elf has one. Another thing that I didn't use, I was debating if I wanted to use the grip primer or a putty primer. So I just grabbed one of the primers in my collection, the cookies and cream. I do love their putty primers as well. So this one is another favorite of mine, but I just finished up the original putty primer. So that one I just finished up. So I am working on the other ones I have in my collection. So I didn't use it, but it's a good one. Before I set my face, I'm going to go in with the Energizing Infused with Citrus Oil, like Elf spray. It's like a facial oil spray. I like this because this just melts everything in. Like, it melts your powders in. And even though my skin is looking like pretty good, I'm still going to spray this. And it just brings life back into my face. Like, it just makes my skin look like skin. So for eyes, they redid their like eyeshadow palette. So they came out with a couple new ones. This one is called Nude Mood, and I was debating if I wanted to get it or not because I was like, I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes. No one's reaching for eyeshadows anymore. But because I wanted to do this video, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and try it. So these are the eyeshadows. It's all mattes, which I love me some all mattes eyeshadow. So I think I'm going to go in with like the shade right here. I don't want to do anything too crazy, and I'll continue to play with this. Well, these are like building. They don't look patchy. I mean, I only used one shade so far, but it's not looking patchy. I love the Elf like quads that they have. I believe Pumpkin Spice is like what it's called. That one's my favorite. And then I'm going to go in with the shade right here, the lighter one. Gonna go all over like the center of my eyelid. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with this like brighter shade. I'm just gonna go in the inner corner. I'm excited to keep playing with it and play with like the darker shades, see if they get patchy or not, but I like that. I don't have any Elf eyebrow products right now in my collection, so I'm gonna do my eyebrows and be right back. Brows are done. Elf came out with a new mascara. It's the Lash Extender. I already tried this in the Trying New Elf Makeup video that I just recently uploaded. But it's like a Thrive Cosmetics kind of dupe in a way. It's a tubing mascara. And I like it. I'm not like a huge fan of tubing mascaras. I'm not like, you know, I know some people love them. I would rather look like a raccoon. My makeup remover just easily takes off my mascara. So I would rather look like a raccoon for 2.5 seconds and then take it off with water and cleanser. These tubing mascaras, because of how they break up, they come out in like little pieces, and then I have a hard time like washing it away, you know, like it melts off my lashes, but then I have all these like pieces of mascara and I'm just like trying to take it away. So like, I don't know. For me, I prefer regular mascara, but if you have problems with smudging and, you know, you're going somewhere and you know you're going to cry, whatever it may be, then you might like this better. I've wore this a couple times as well, and it's pretty good. For lips, I'm going to go in with their liner, which they finally came out with wooden lip liners. They are like more of a satin finish, I believe, but for me, they last all day. It's a Cream Glide lip liner. This one is in the shade Pinky Swear. But yeah, I don't have an issue with my lip liner. I mean, if I'm eating and drinking, it does fade faster, but if I'm like, and like when I say drinking, I mean like drinking coffee or something like that. But I don't have an issue with them fading too quickly. And then I'm gonna go in with the lipstick Dirty Talk, right? Yeah, Dirty Talk. This is again their satin lipsticks. It's like a magnetic packaging. Love it. They improved on these and they're so freaking good. They have like the Elf imprint on them. I don't know if you can tell, but oh, it's so good. This one's my favorite shade. It's just so good. And then, of course, cannot forget it, they also came out with lip oils. These are the Glow Reviver lip oils. This one is in the shade Rose Envy, and I love them. I love them all. I have a couple of them. They're so good. So if you want something to give your lips a little shine. So good. Okay. To set my face, Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, up to 16 hours. This one's good. Sometimes the nozzle gets like stuck. My other one didn't get unstuck and I had to transfer the liquid into a different bottle. But so far this one has been behaving. So we'll see how long it lasts. I do like how fine the mist is, and you know, it does obviously help your makeup stay all day. I feel like this look looks like all my other looks, but it's just my everyday makeup look. But I feel like it just looks so good. My skin looks like skin. I don't look cakey. It just looks so good. So e.l.f., I love you. I will keep repurchasing new e.l.f. products because they just have such a grip on my life and my wallet. They're so good. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye guys.